Hi, my name is Catherine Bruton and I'm the author of Bird Boy. Now, in Empathy Month, I know we're talking about doing something that matters and doing something for friends and family is our theme this week. Now, that's also the theme of my book Bird Boy. This is the story of a little boy called Will who lives alone in a flat with his mum with only the birds for company, only the birds as his friends. And so when he loses the only family he's ever known and he has to go and live with his uncle up, who he's never met before, up in the mountains in a strange, unfamiliar place, Will finds it absolutely terrifying. He's struggling with anxiety and with OCD, and this huge new place and new environment, a new family is really scary. But Will befriends a little boy called Omar, who is a refugee who's fled from Afghanistan because of the war. He's had to leave all his friends and family behind too. And the two of them stumble across a nest containing an osprey, a bird of prey, a very rare and endangered species of bird of prey. And there's some baby chicks inside. And the two form an immediate bond and a friendship with the baby chick called White Tip. But when disaster nearly strikes one stormy night and the baby chick falls out of the nest, breaking a wing, the two boys make a dangerous decision to try and rescue the baby bird and bring it back to life. And through healing the baby bird, perhaps they can start to heal too, find new friends, find new family, and find a way to take flight. So, this is a story about conservation, it's about migration, it's about healing and hope, but it's also a story about friends and family, the family that we're born into, but also those found families, the families that we make for ourselves, the families that we make through friends. And it's also about the power of friendship and how the friendship between Will and Omar and the birds and all the people they meet along the way helps all of them to survive. But it's also about those friendships that we make with the creatures in our lives. So, my favourite thing about writing this story was exploring the amazing bond that Will forms with White Tip, the osprey that you can see here, who becomes almost his family and his greatest friend. And we all know that, don't we? How our pets can be our best friends. They are part of our family. Or maybe it's not your pet, maybe it's the next door neighbour's dog or granny's budgerigar or an animals that you see on your walk to school during the day or that you've met at a zoo. But those animals, we can form such strong friendships with them, can't we? Sometimes our pet is the one that we can confide in after a difficult day. A cuddle from your dog or your cat is the thing that's going to cheer you up and the one you can tell all your problems to. So, my writing challenge for you is an animal friendship tale. So I loved writing about the friendship between Will and Omar. And the bit I loved most is the moment when they first met. So my writing challenge for you is to write a story about that moment when a friendship begins between an animal and a human. Are you going to choose yourself? Is it going to be a child, a boy, or a girl, or a grown up? What kind of animal will they meet? Will it be a cat or a dog or something a little bit more unusual? Maybe it's an animal that's extinct, or maybe it's a mythical creature. Maybe it's a sloth or a snake, a zebra, a dormouse, a bee, a pug, a Siamese cat, or a capybara. Or a dinosaur. It's really up to you. But this is the moment that they to meet and start their friendship. And you could choose to write your story from the child's point of view or from the animal's point of view, or you could do both. How do they feel when they first meet? How do they meet? Is it an accidental meeting? Are they scared of each other when they first meet, or is the bond immediate? How do they look at each other when they first meet? Has the animal ever seen humans before? Has the human ever seen an animal like this before? Is it an immediate bond between them, or does it take a little bit of time for them to warm up and get to know one another? So, for this week's empathy action, do something that matters. Imagine a child and an animal who need a friend, and that maybe they can do something that matters by helping each other, helping one another to find a new friend and to save one another and do something that really matters. Enjoy writing, and I hope you enjoy writing your story as much as I enjoyed writing mine.